Hello there, ladies and gents. It is I, Mystery Mo Raccoon, and do you guys ever get that feeling of just like when you have been so royally defeated by shit that just literally, never goes wrong, right? Until the day that stuff starts going right, and then it starts going wrong. Well, that's basically what's been happening to me over the last, 10 hours or so, and at this point, I am completely defeated, and I don't know what else to do. So I put up a community post, I want to say at 11, 12 o'clock last night, right before I was supposed to go live like usual. And that community post more or less just says that I can't stream because I was getting DDoSed. And as of right now, I think I'm past that point of getting DDoSed, but it definitely does feel like a targeted attack because it was from like 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. And then by the time I realized I was done getting DDoSed, got back on, and I was getting re-DDoSed again. So at this point, I was defeated, again from streaming because I didn't have the patience to even go with it. But now I have a new problem. And that new problem, I have Googled every possible solution. I have Binged every possible solution. Hell, if I could make a meme right here, I would say I asked Jeeves for fuck's sake. But I have Googled every possible solution. And this new issue that I'm having is an issue with OBS. And I can't figure out what the problem is, and I have gone through every single solution. I went through all my settings. I've changed all my settings around to get it back working. I updated my graphics drivers. I've updated everything. Hell, I even reinstalled OBS. And you might say, well, what's the problem that I'm having with OBS? This. I don't know if it's going to be easy as hell to tell on screen, but right now that is a quick 30-second recording that I took of Black Ops 1 Zombies. I was playing Black Ops 1 with one of my friends really early this morning because he was like, hey, if you ain't got nothing to record, let's just record some Call of the Dead footage. All that footage is now erased. It will never be public, and not just because of the fact that it looks awful, but because, it's just not even worth uploading to begin with. But again, I don't know how easy it is to tell, but that is not 60 FPS. And if it is 60 FPS, it's a very shitty 60 FPS. And the reason I'm saying that it's very shitty 60 FPS is because I have been having this problem for the last 4 hours where OBS, for some reason, cannot record 60 FPS anymore. And like I said, I have changed all my settings around. I have reinstalled it. I've looked up every possible solution. And for some reason, I can't get it to record properly, and I was not having this issue before. I guess this is just because I stopped using it for some reason, or something went wrong with the new update. I haven't seen any problems with the new update, at least that I could find on Google. Again, I haven't changed any of my settings, and all the settings that I have usually changed were just experiment settings. I was changing around some settings to see how OBS would look at some games that I can run at 120 FPS, but if I'm going back to recording, I usually change that FPS value in the settings back to 60. I don't leave it at 120 because if you do, it's just gonna, double the, frame rate by adding 2 separate, screens per FPS count to pretend like it's 120, but you can still see it's very clearly 60. It's not recording at a true 120. And I'm just so defeated at this point because I can't go live because I'm getting DDoS as the times I go live. And now I can't even record properly because now OBS just wants to have a fucking headache for no reason. And like I said, I can't figure out what the problem is. I seriously can't figure out what the problem is. And it also makes me feel really disappointed that I even have to make a video like this because I'm usually pretty active. I'm usually pretty cheery, and I'm even trying to keep a smile going right now. But it's very hard when the last 10 hours of trying to do stuff for you guys and make full-blown content, it can't be done. And that disappoints me a lot. Because I love you guys and I want to bring you guys more content and I want to bring you guys videos and I don't want the next 10 videos in a row to be nothing but complaining. But it's just, it was getting to a point where, first of all, I'm behind schedule. So this is going to have to be today's video anyway, but it's just, I don't even know what to say right now. It's frustrating. Yes, it's obviously frustrating, but I can power through it for the most part. But if I can ask one thing out of you guys, is just, do you think you could maybe just help me? Like I said, I haven't changed any settings with OBS, at all. OBS just decided to have a fucking headache for no reason. Oh, and before anybody says it's actually the capture card that's the problem, no, it's not my Elgato capture card that's the problem. I went in to actually look at my capture card preview to see if that was the problem, and I recorded something with it, although the footage has now been wiped because I wiped all of it when I was trying to wipe my eDrive file. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the capture card. It's OBS itself. And a lot of people will also say, well, then why don't you record with the capture card? Well, the reason why I don't record with the capture card is because Elgato makes a shitty recording software. Like, they make good capture cards, but their software, if any of you have ever used it, it's not a very good software. At least in my opinion, it's not. OBS is just better if you have it plugged in with your, recording devices. It's just a better software in my opinion. But again, that's, an opinion thing for me. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. But yeah, like, again, I'm sorry that this, video is kind of just a little bit more depressing. I don't mean for it to be depressing, but I had to, put like how I felt out there right now, especially because I can't make a normal video today and I couldn't stream. Like I said, I planned on streaming. I couldn't stream because I was getting DDoSed. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. Sorry that this was just kind of like a, boring kind of garbage update video, and I feel bad about it. But like I said, I mean, I can't do anything about it right now. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching, and take care.